this edition of Slevin Speaks. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you taking the time. Today, we're going to speak about Psalms 27, verse 14. David writes this psalm, and he was writing this in a time when he was facing a challenge. He was fleeing from someone, and so he pretended to be insane. And he says, wait on the Lord. Psalm 27, verse 14. He says, wait on the Lord, and he will strengthen your heart. A lot of us, when we read this, I know for myself, I struggle with the wait part primarily because time is never on my side. It seems like the more that I wait, the more that I want to do, I never have enough time to do it, or I'm waiting and time is going by. I'm getting older and I'm not moving as fast as I normally would. And it seems like I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me. And so waiting in this instant when I need what I need, when I need it, and I don't have any other options, it just seems ridiculous to have to expect to wait for something when you don't know when and where it's coming from. But there's also hope, I think, with David, in that he encourages us and reminds us that if we wait on the Lord, God will strengthen our hearts. He will give us the courage to wait, give us the strength to wait, give us the peace while we're waiting. So while we're waiting, we're not waiting in vain. Nothing we do is in vain. Nothing that we're believing God for is in vain. Our faith is never in vain if we believe and trust in God. And I think that's the point David was hinting to. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he will strengthen your heart. And he says again, wait, I say, on the Lord. And if anyone knows about waiting for God, it is David. And so I'm encouraged by David, and I take strength from David's words in that he was a man who waited on God. He waited years to be king. He was anointed king and then had to wait. He was least preferred in comparison to his brothers. His father didn't regard him, and he wasn't really counted as part of the family, really. They didn't really think that highly of him. And so he had to wait, and he had to be in hiding for a while, and then all of the challenges that he faced, but he waited. And so for you, I encourage you today, if whatever it is that you're seeking God for myself, I'm speaking to myself also, I encourage you to wait on the Lord, wait patiently on God, and allow him to teach you what it is that you're meant to learn. You know, oftentimes we wait and we're complaining like the Israelites in the wilderness, complaining on the way to the promised land. And all the while, God is blessing them. God is providing for them. And God is keeping them. Their sandals didn't wear down. Their clothes weren't torn. They've had manna. They had water. They had everything that they needed. And yet they found reason to complain because of inconveniences. So I can relate and I can understand the Israelites, but I think we should take another approach instead of doing it that way, waiting impatiently, because regardless of what we do, we're going to wait. Whether we wait patiently or impatiently, waiting is inevitable. So I want to encourage you today to keep trusting, to keep hope, to never give up, to keep your faith in God and wait on him. He will strengthen your heart while you're waiting, while you're worshiping, while you're, waiting to get out of the wilderness, to get through the wilderness. Worship. If you can't get the door to open, worship while you're in the hallway. Worship God. That is the point. While you're waiting, this is the lesson that we're meant to learn. While we're waiting, what are we meant to do? While we're waiting, we're meant to trust. We're meant to seek God. We're meant to be faithful to God where we are. Before we can reach where we want to go, where we are will determine, and how we manage where we are will determine if and when we get to our destination. So focus on the journey. Focus on the God that is leading you. It's not comfortable. It's not likable. It's not convenient, but it is necessary, and it's beneficial for you and I to wait on the Lord. Nothing and no one else, but in God. Your waiting is never wasted. So thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you for Slevin Speaks again. I pray that this blessed you, and I pray that you are encouraged, and I pray that you too, as I am, wait on the Lord. Take care. Have a good day.